We gonna buck the status quo. Oh, bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. Bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. Oh, bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo.
Like you're getting licked, it's the puppy.
I figured you were gonna climb into the table.
No comment.
Only for Ryan.
Bucking the status quo.
The
We gonna buck the status quo. Oh, bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo.
No, it's not canines. I'm going to sleep in the bedroom.
The warriors lead the tribe.
It's a statement, not a question.
When the beat drops and the spirits rise, we find the truth behind the disguise. They want us to go away, only our hearts do we obey. The foundation leads the fight, the warriors lead the tribe. When the beat drops and the spirits rise, we find the truth behind the disguise. They want us to go away, only our hearts do we obey. No ranks, no chains, just unity. One tribe, one light, one destiny. No ranks, no chains, just unity. One tribe, one light, one destiny. Bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. Oh, bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. Bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. Oh, bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. No ranks, no chains, just unity. One tribe, one light, one destiny.
David, you have almost so many tabs open as I do.
No ranks, no chains, just unity. One tribe, one light, one destiny.
I'm ready.
Bucking the status quo. We gonna buck the status quo. Oh, bucking the status.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the IW podcast that we do every Friday at noon Central Time. I am Hugh from Irreverent Warriors. I am joined by Roy from IW St. Louis, and we are going to be covering a lot of topics today. The hottest topic that everyone's talking about was the VFW convention that happened out in Reno this past week and weekend, where we were asked by the VFW top leadership to have a Silkies hike that they could all join in on, which was just a phenomenal success. We also had the coolest, most fun, most poppingest booth at the convention, which was a lot of fun. Livening up everywhere we go, bringing fun, dance contests, and goofy, irreverent jokes and costumes to every room that we're invited into. So that was really cool. And to save money, we camped our way out there with a group of VFW riders, which is the motorcycle group from the Veterans of Foreign Wars. And we had a bunch of folks from the IW Missouri, or from IW Missouri, who are also VFW riders in the motorcycle group from Missouri. And so we were able to camp our way out west with them from St. Louis to Reno. With Roy, and we just got back an hour ago, and
Be glad you cannot smell us.
Yeah,
We are less than 30 minutes off the road from a 26-hour drive.
Yes, yes. We're on our way back, and we drove like the lightning in order to get here in time for the podcast. So, thanks everybody for joining us. As we camped our way out there, I wanted to talk about some of the cool things we were able to do because we were saving money, so we were just camping literally next to the truck, and we found some cool places to do it where we were able to do some healing modalities, and as a group we were able to bond and have some really cool camaraderie moments for free. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Like one of the best road trips I've taken in my lifetime.
Yeah,
Like just phenomenal people, phenomenal places. The most gorgeous sunsets I have ever woken up to in my life.
yes. And when you're camping with IW folks or going somewhere in nature with IW folks, it's way more fun because it's just funny and you're appreciating nature. You know what I mean? One of the places we went in Wyoming was the Crystal Reservoir, where we woke up on a sand beach next to a crystalline water spring and reservoir in Wyoming. Gorgeous. And we all did a cold plunge. The water was freezing cold, which this time of year you wouldn't think it, but it was freezing cold. It was probably 58, 59 degrees. And the entire group decided that we're going to put our silkies on and we're going to do a cold plunge, right?
Yep. It was a shocker at first.
Yep.
But God, the scenery, the camaraderie, just everything was perfect. That was the start. That was the point I knew it was going to be an amazing trip.
Yeah. And you know, a cold plunge for me, the reason I love that modality is because the panic attack rises in your body and you feel it. But because you're the one that put yourself in that cold water, you know that the panic attack is intentional, essentially. And so what I like is it rises, as it rises within me, the panic attack is coming, and I just surrender to it and I allow the panic attack to wash over me. And then I call it punching through, but I feel that the panic attack washes over me, and then it's met with this, what's underneath or through or behind the panic attack is this feeling of calm, confident, resilient presence. And you realize that, you know, what I started doing in cold plunges, I actually started doing in my actual life when I had panic attacks in my real life, which I just thought was, fascinating. But anyway, yeah, we did that cold plunge. That was dope. And then the next night we went to Utah. We went to Angel Lake, Utah.
That's where we crashed the night before, but don't forget we stopped at the Great Salt Lake to go swim in the saltiest body of water on the continent.
Yeah, in the Great Salt Lake. I didn't know this until I got in it. I've never swam in the Great Salt Lake before. That was magical. All of us got in there, and essentially, the ocean is 3.5% salt, and the Great Salt Lake is 24% salt. So you try to put your hand underneath in the Great Salt Lake and it pops back up. You're like floating on top of it. It was just a phenomenal experience.
Well, save that mistake that was made when we decided it'd be a good idea to put our heads underwater. That was not one of our finer choices.
Yeah, that was interesting. That amount of salt stings. It stings. I'm not going to lie. You know, if you have an open cut, don't go in the Great Salt Lake. Highly recommend against that. But anyway, and then we went to Utah, Angel Lake, and got up and hiked up to. I hiked up to a boulder that was kind of overlooking the whole area. It was gorgeous. Hiking for me, that is meditation. For people that say they can't meditate, go hiking without your phone by yourself, and you will find meditation, my friend.
Meditation is just any time you're left alone with your thoughts. However you want to do that. You can sit still, you can sit comfortable, you can sit uncomfortable, you can go for a walk, you can get on a motorcycle and do it.
Yeah, I either lay down, which most people can't do because they fall asleep. I don't. But I either lay down or I walk, move my body, skateboard, bicycle. I do something where I'm moving my body, and that balance and that movement allows a lot of the chatter in my mind to calm down.
Yeah, when in the motorcycle community, we call it wind therapy. Just get out, crank it open on the road.
Wind therapy. Mm-hmm. I like it. That's dope.
Just get the wind in your face and just, you cannot be anything but present.
Nice. And you joined the VFW Rider Group, right?
Yeah, I'm currently loosely affiliated because I don't have a working bike right now.
Yeah, that's a key thing. All right. And then we got into the Silkies hike. I think we've got some B-roll from the conference when we finally camped our way there and got there. But it was just fantastic. There you can see our booth. Our booth was the most popular booth. We were set up right next to Grunt Style, and it was just phenomenal. We had live music. We had a dance. We had a dance celebration, some DJing inside the booth. There's the Silkies hike. There's some very embarrassing video of me and a wonderful Christina dancing with her squid hat on, which was hysterical. There were oh my gosh, that's so cringe. The amount of cringe is a lot. So here we go. We've got everybody's having a good time. You know, the coolest thing was for the Silkies hike was that Corey, the commander of the entire VFW, and there you saw Mitch from the VFW, our board member. But Corey from the entire VFW, the commander, he came and gave the opening speech and just absolutely loved. He's an IW guy for 5 years now, and he loves Silky Hike. So the current commander of the VFW, huge IW guy, a big supporter of what we do. We also had Mark, the quartermaster of the entire VFW. He was there. He had a blast. He spoke also at the hike. We also had Anthony from our board of directors. Oh, there you go. You can see the gala when we all pulled our pants down. So that was hilarious.
For those of you who don't know, that was the VFW's formal awards dinner where that happened at.
Yes, we were invited to the VFW formal awards dinner. Nick Saywall set it all up, and we had a table that was just for IW, and we all pulled our pants down and took a picture at the end. And I don't think they know what was going on. We got a lot of looks.
Oh, I'm sure. By the way, shout out to every one of you guys that went to that thing. You guys all looked fantastic.
Yeah, everybody was dressed to the nines. You know, I don't think that when the VFW leadership invited us to their gala that they realized that we were going to all come and pull our pants down. I don't know that was their plan.
It should have been.
They should know better by now.
I mean, Al last year when Nick did it for Carol, Al got the biggest laugh I've seen out of that man that I've ever seen out of him. He almost fell down on the ground rolling around laughing.
The previous commander to the VFW?
the commander from 2 years ago.
Yeah, see, there you go. Like we got up there underneath their giant presentation and pretty much took over the limelight and the stage there. If you want to show up, there's Derek Blumke from Grunt Style Foundation, War Cry for Change. He did a fantastic job at this event. He was on a panel actually talking about psychedelic therapy. It was fantastic. But we had, there's Brian Walker. Brian Walker is the chief of staff to the commander of the VFW. He is a big IW guy. He's there in the red suit. And him and his wife are just fantastic. So that was a really, really fun time at the VFW Gala. I don't know if we're going to be invited back when we're, showing up and taking off our pants like that when everyone else is wearing tuxedos. But
they need an injection of comedy in their lives.
Yeah, it was good. And then at the Silkies hike, there was a unicorn at the Silkies hike. Someone dressed as a unicorn, and the funny thing was there was a couple of funny unicorn incidents during the Silkies hike in Reno. I think that you witnessed the infamous unicorn fall in front of the entire hike element. Please tell us about that.
So she was having a blast the entire time, and I need to preface this with she started off the hike a little reserved on us, and by halfway through this hike, which would have been halfway through one stop on your average hike, she was hooked. She was hook, line, and sinker. She was just in it to win it at that point, and she's just running around having a good time. And you see her running down the road, and if you've been on one hike, you've seen it before. Right, that person who gets overzealous, they go running down the road, and then she starts to stumble, and you're like, I know how this is gonna go.
Was it not the world's longest stumble? It was like one of those stumbles where you're like, she's stumbling, she's almost regained. Oh, she's stumbling. Oh, she's stumbling further. This is not good.
Oh, nope. Almost had it, and then she wiped out. But she got up. She was a great sport about it. She just laughed it off and continued on the hike and was singing our praises the next day. She came over to the booth, just nothing but good things to be said about us. Yeah. Just like, I am here for it now.
It was a long YouTube-worthy stumble fall, but I'm glad nobody caught it because that way.
Yeah. It's much better in story than it is in watching.
It is. And then we went to the firehouse, the Reno firehouse, where they ran their lights and their sirens, and they were really excited. And we did 22 push-ups. And Dave Boston made a speech about his sister. And if you all don't know, Dave Boston, one of our California LCs, his sister was a Marine combat veteran who did die by suicide, and we remember her and we think about her at every hike. And it is so vulnerable and so brave for Dave to get up and talk to everybody about that. I think
and Dave's a fantastic human too.
He is a fantastic human, and he was giving the speech wearing a Marine Corps flag as a cape, which was just the best.
Supermarine,
yep. And then we went to the VFW post that is called The Bunker, which is actually underground in a bunker, which I thought was really, really, really cool. And the unicorn showed up again. And what happened with the unicorn at that hike stop?
So she has dietary concerns. The VFW graciously cooked her food according to her dietary needs. And she got having a blast and missed the call for her food.
She forgot about her dietary needs.
Yeah, she forgot the call for her food, which was unfortunate because the rest of us just eat whatever junk we can get put in front of us.
And so the kind VFW folks gave her food away to other people because they couldn't find her.
But they made her another burger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she had to inhale it to get going and catch up with us on the hike, but I think she made it happen.
Absolutely. And then the next day, we did all the crazy stuff at the booth there next to the Grunt style team, and all the IW folks were there, and we were just getting slammed with people like VFW commanders, post commanders, state commanders that were super excited about IW. That was fantastic. And then we were invited to an IW member, Seth, from Missouri. He invited all of us at the booth to his wedding. And he wanted us to wear silkies.
Well, he didn't actually. His mother came over and invited us because she knew it. She knows he loves IW. He's a great fella. We met him at the Missouri. We locally met him at the Missouri VFW convention a couple months ago.
Cool.
And we just hit it off great. And he's a fantastic guy. I mean, he's like all of us. He's got his struggles, but he's working through them. He's working down the road.
Yeah, and he had a fantastic bride, and we were invited to the wedding. We sat in the front couple of rows, and then we got up and did a wedding photo, a Silky's wedding photo. That was pretty funny. That first time for me going to an IW wedding like that. So yeah, I was honored. I was honored to be there and surprised that I was there the whole time I was there.
And when we walked in Silky's, I swear he almost cried.
Yeah. Yeah, it
was very emotional time for him that those of us because he knew me and Tony. That's all he knew from IW local. And when we rolled in with 10 people, he was just blown away. And that's what I'm here for, man.
That's part of the tribe right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Is that we got you back.
Awesome. Yeah, and then we went to the gala. And then where we all dropped trowel at the fancy tuxedo moment. That was pretty funny. Did you know that speaking of galas, did you know that IW has never had a formal gala?
Really?
Yeah.
I think we need to solve that.
Do we, though? I feel like if we did have one, it needs to be tuxedo T-shirts and silkies.
No, it needs to be full formal attire from waist up.
But I couldn't wear my dress blues, but.
I mean, you could, just don't let there be photo evidence of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one for a while. Well, something to think about. If anybody out there has any comments on that gala and whether it should be silkies on the bottoms and if military uniforms would be okay or not.
Comment in the video when you read this. Give us your opinion on that.
And the next topic that I wanted to discuss with you was the Veterans Outdoor Challenge that the VA is doing. The VA is doing a program called Veterans Outdoor Challenge, and it's encouraging veterans to go outside and touch grass. Okay, so
our put out like 18 months ago.
So basically, if you look at what they want people to go out, get together, and have camaraderie and hike together. So when I read through this program, I was like, it felt like they were taking our program and taking it broader. I know.
Well, you know what they say, great minds think alike, and there's no greater compliment than, what is it? There's no greater compliment than, there's no greater flattery than imitation.
Yes. Well, that's great. Yes, they want veterans to get together outdoors and hike. I just wish they would approve one of our a grant so that we can, do our program and expand it further, because we apply every year for the Veterans Affairs grants, and they say that we don't qualify for veteran suicide prevention. So that's interesting. But
well, it's great to know that our idea does, at least.
Apparently, somebody over there, not the people that are approving things, but some other folks do agree. And then the other topic that I wanted to bring up was, how do you think IW would resolve the Iran conflict over the Strait of Hormuz? Because I actually have a good idea of how we could do this.
I'm willing to hear yours, because I'm about lost for ideas at this point on that.
Yeah. So it seems like every week it's like, hey, we're engaging in negotiations with, no, the shooting has started again. Oh, no, we're engaging in negotiations, and what I was thinking is we should have a dance-off between the oldest veterans in Iran and the oldest veterans in the United States. And then the winner of the dance-off gets all the oil for the next year.
You know we still have World War II veterans alive, right? Those are some hard fools that I would not want to.
I guarantee you we can find some that can dance. I guarantee.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, those are the kind of fools I don't want to. Nope. I'm not trying to get in a fight with them fellas.
Yeah, well,
them old boys did some hard shit,
and we're gonna make them dance to Elvis. They're going to dance.
They would love it.
Actually, Iran gets to pick a song, and then we get to pick a song, and then we get to do a dance-off. Yep.
Can that be our song?
Bomb, 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 Iran. I don't think that.
I think that's already been our song, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's that might be frowned upon. I'm not sure.
Too soon?
It might be too soon. But it would be nice to have something better than the on again, off again. I think with the dance contest, we could have some UN delegates as the referees, and they would do the scoring in a very fair way. And then whoever wins gets to be in control of the Strait of Hormuz for the next year. And then every year you've got to have another dance contest.
It's original.
Yes. Well, since nobody's pushing back on it, I think that's what we're going to implement.
Yeah.
So next time I talk to Pete Hegseth, that's what I'll bring up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Pete will be all about that sort of idea.
Yeah. And another piece of news that I saw fly across my screen recently was that the VA is talking about a new transition program for active duty. And I'm sure when you transitioned out, you had just as much fun as I did.
My whole 7 days in a classroom.
The 7 days where we didn't listen and just rolled our eyes the whole time. I think one of the problems is when you're in those classes, you think you've got it all figured out. You're basically like, I already have this big plan that I've dreamed up and it's going to be amazing and I don't really need your help, right? But it made me think, what is the military worst at teaching? And I'll start with my example and then you tell me your example. For me, the worst thing I've ever seen the military teach is when a gunnery sergeant got up in front of a group of Afghan recruits and taught them how to brush their teeth, but taught them he taught them a way to brush their teeth in a way where it was clear he didn't know how to properly brush his teeth, and it was very cringy for everyone there. And I think that's probably the worst class I've seen was, hey, I'm going to teach you how to brush your teeth, taught by somebody that doesn't know how to brush their teeth.
So that's pretty cringe. I'm not going to lie. However, the two things I think the military is absolutely worst at teaching: de-escalation tactics.
Yeah.
Like if they did any effort for that.
Like
that
emotional conflict de-escalation.
In general, how to de-escalate a system, just in general.
Veterans are good at escalation.
Very good. Very, very good at escalating. Not so good at de-escalating. And I know everybody who listens to us understands this quagmire. Suicide prevention training in the military.
Tell me more.
I don't think I've ever seen a class that was so anti-something that made you so want to do something in my life.
Yeah. Interesting. So by sitting in the class, you would want to not be here anymore.
I just want to be anywhere but there.
Yeah.
Especially when they give it to you right after a deployment, and you're just like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home to my family.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be here. Like I just want to go home to my family. I don't want to be around. I've been around you people for 12, 15 months, man. I'm good.
And this is the topic that is like, you don't want to have that on the forefront of your mind either, you know? Yeah, I think they're working on the timing of that and all that. I think it's a good thing that it's being discussed. It's just not really taken seriously, and it's taught by people that are teaching something that they don't really have a lot of direct knowledge in, or at least it was when I was in. Usually it's taught by a first sergeant or a sergeant major that is angry that he has to teach it.
Yeah, that class should never be taught by someone who's not in the thick of it with you. It should be taught from like the middle out.
Yeah, I think the chaplain would be a better person to teach that class.
Oh, absolutely would be.
As somebody who was asked to teach that class several times back when I didn't know what I was talking about related to this subject compared to where I am in my life today, you know, it might be the universe's cruel joke that I'm in this job because I gave so many really bad suicide prevention classes.
You know who'd be even better at it?
Who?
The chaplain's assistant.
Yeah.
Those were always great guys.
Yeah,
and gals.
They had to triage a lot of drama before it got to the chaplain. You know, they had to like try to get you ready to talk to the chaplain.
But they were also the guys who they'd smoke and joke with you, and they were good at like identifying the people that really needed to talk to the chaplain just for somebody to vent to. You know.
Yeah.
What chaplains are really good at. They're great spiritual men.
Yeah.
Spiritual leaders. But really, their job is all about talk therapy and just talking to people going through a hard time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. All right. Well, that brings us to our last topic for the podcast today. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I wanted you to prioritize these words. I'm going to give you some words, and I want you to put them in a list from most used by you to least used by you. And these are military words that don't die.
We're not referring to today because the rain and the traffic have definitely resurrected some words in my vocabulary.
I know we've been camping and sleeping very little across the country to save money to go to the VFW conference, but I need you to take these military words that won't die and put them in a list of this is the one I use the most and this is the one I use the least. So you're going to have to try. First is pop smoke. Number 2, high speed. Number 3, Roger. Number 4, tracking or that tracks. And number 5, unsat.
So I don't use unsat ever.
Okay. Maybe that's a Marine thing.
It might be. I use tracking a lot.
So that's your number 1.
Are we tracking?
Yep.
You got this? We tracking on that?
That's number 1. Okay, now you've got high speed, pop smoke, and Roger left.
I use Roger pretty regularly.
So tracking, then Roger.
Pop smoke only comes up in story time.
Okay.
All right, like you get told pop smoke, so we pop smoke. And what was the last one?
High speed.
Not so much anymore. But when I was fresh out and I'd see an absolutely stupid idea, that's one hell of a high speed idea there.
You used it in sarcasm.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a far better word in sarcasm than it was in honesty.
Nice. Hey, well, thank you for giving it a shot. I know that we've been sleep deprived coming back from this conference, and we can't wait to get back in our beds tonight for the first time in 10 days. But we did
I'm jealous.
We did the entire VFW convention and everything related to that Silkies hike and all the stuff that we did while we were there for under $2,500 for IW, which is like the leanest event and convention support that has ever occurred, I'm sure, at any nonprofit. So we're doing a great
that's
job.
Crazy.
We're doing a great job with the funds, being responsible at the 501c3.
Biggest bang for your buck.
That's right. Invest in IW. We will be very efficient. We will get a lot. We will squeeze a lot out of that dollar. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, Hugh,
yes.
how about the new GWAP memorial?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, David. Okay, one last thing
With
I
the
want to touch on.
save.
Okay. Have you heard about this new Global War on Terrorism memorial in Washington, D.C.? Have you heard about this?
I have heard about it, and I have my own vision for a GWAP memorial.
Okay.
I guarantee they did not consult me, and it's probably nothing like I want.
You're going to love this. You're going to love this. So the one
That's
thing...
sarcasm, right? Please tell me that's
oh
sarcasm.
my gosh, it's coming. It's coming. So my favorite thing about the Global War on Terrorism medal is that it just goes on forever. I think it's been now given out for 22 or 23 years.
Two of them.
Two of them.
It's so popular they gave out two of them.
They just keep it's the gift. I was one of the first people to get one in Iraq in 2004, but it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's just continuing with no end in sight, right? So the memorial, I don't think they did this on purpose, but David, if you could pull it up. Okay. Tell me if that doesn't remind you of an infinity symbol.
Oh, that's absolutely a loop without end.
The symbol for infinity. So is this kind of a subtle way of saying that the global war on terrorism is going to go on forever?
Oh, I think there's definitely a lot of subliminal messaging in that thing. Like, is it pretty? Yes.
I find it very ironic, and if you know me, you know that ironic and sarcasm, those are like the languages that drive me as a human.
It looks like nothing else in the National Mall.
I think it's beautiful.
I think it is beautiful,
It's
but
cool.
it does not look like it belongs there.
True, but will it go on forever? Will it go on forever?
If you let certain people keep providing their opinions, it might.
Yeah. Well, I certainly hope it doesn't go on forever. I would like, as somebody that deployed extensively to Iraq and Afghanistan, as you did too, multiple times, I think that it is time for us to get better at negotiation and peace deals and working through win-win scenarios where everybody can come out better for their economy, better for peace, better for their people. So I do not think war is the answer. That's just my personal opinion. And I look forward to the date when all of those things can be retired.
That is definitely a day to strive for sure.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We'd love to hear your comments. If you want to type them below, we are excited to hear what your thoughts are on any of these things and any topics you would like us to cover in the future for the podcast. We'd love to hear about that as well. So have a great weekend. It's pouring rain here in St. Louis, so it's going to be interesting for us, but hopefully you have wonderful weather where you are. And again, thank you for being a part of our tribe. Peace out.